Hey guys, it's your boy Tentacle Danger here, and today I'm gonna do the thing called the stripped down challenge thing. Um, I saw some other people do it, and it seemed like a way to relieve the things that are on your mind, or maybe explain who you are a little bit more. Like Cloud Envy, my friend, he went really deep, like to the emotional side, while on the other side, you got Supra, talking about like the problems within this community. I drink coffee. I've drank coffee ever since I was a little. And talking about little, I guess I'm gonna briefly explain like how I grew up and how that influenced me to become the person I am today. So, going back 17 years, I was born not exactly 17 years because, like, in 2 days it's my birthday and I turned 17, but let's just say 17 years ago I was born, and I guess I was just your average kid. I was quite tall for like um being just born. I was a little chubby, big guy, and I started going to kindergarten. But the thing is, my name, um, actually, like the pronunciation of my uh, last name is the same as the word cheese in my mother language. So kindergarten got a little rough. Here and there, some bullying me, but I guess it was alright. My school, I went to like kindergarten and until like I was 9 was a really small local school in Belgium. My village, town, whatever you want to call it, and like we'd have great classes. We have 2 years being put together, which made it that we always were with like I think around 10 to 15 kids in one class. So pretty small if you ask me. And so little bullying started, and then I went on. And my first year was pretty weird because, like, in my year itself, my first year of primary school, as we would say it over here, was pretty weird since there were only 7 kids in my class, and 2 of them were boys, which included me. So I had one guy friend in my class, and he was not the one that bullied me, but his cousin was also at my school during like the year before, and he used to bully me. So we hadn't really gotten in contact with each other, and I guess we started to get along quite well since we were the only boys in class. And around that time, I also met my best friend at this time. So yeah. Then I said I had great classes. So the first and second year were put together, and for that class, I had my teacher was this one guy, and for some reason he couldn't stand me. Like he let me get tests. The first year he let me get tests because I was always looking around during class, not paying attention. And he was like, I think something's wrong with your kid, dude. Go check it out. So my parents and I went to this hospital, got a checkup. Turned out I had an IQ of 126 or something, and basically it meant that the things he was teaching me were too simple. It came down to that in a way, and he got really salty about that. And I'm a messy kid. My room, if you saw in the last video, was a mess. So whenever I wouldn't find my books immediately, he'd like flip around my table. And there I was, crying on the floor. I guess I can look at it pretty, decent, since everything got better after a while. So I thought, because then I just changed school when I went to the third year, and I got to this big snobby school, but I'm just your average kid from a small town. I'm not rich, I'm not poor. We got along, let's just put it that way. But going there to school just rubbed it in my face that we were not that much of a rich family. I didn't get all the toys they got and all that stuff. And I guess that helped, that worked against me in a way, because the bullying got worse, even to the point where they start hitting me. And that's around the time I actually met my ex-girlfriend. It's not a kindergarten relationship, because we actually got together after knowing each other for 7 years, 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah. And yeah. So I was there for a while, and the bullying kept getting worse. And by the time I got to the 6th year, the main people I hanged out with left the school, and I was there all on my own, which basically made me an isolated person. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't, I'd just sit in a corner of the playing ground thinking about Pokemon, wanting to play Pokemon. Sometimes I even took my Game Boy out the house and just sit on the toilet playing Pokemon, because breaks were a hell for me. And they were like, oh, the school is gonna do something about the bullying. They assigned 2 bullying cops. I'm doing brackets things. But in fact, the one they assigned were actually bullies themselves. I'm like, yeah, okay. Then secondary school came, which is high schoolish, I guess. It's from 12 to 18. So secondary school came, and I still stayed at that school for another 3 years, which was a hell. I was all alone. As I said, sitting on the toilet, spending breaks on the toilet playing Pokemon and stuff. And when I was not, I was basically getting scolded at, getting beaten up. The second year of secondary school, something happened. One of the people I actually got along with during primary school and like the third year started annoying me. Like every time he saw me, he'd hit me on the shoulder, but with the intention of hurting me. And after a while, it just got me mad, and I snapped. I snapped and crashed his skull against the locker door. Like, you know those locker, like those little closet thingies on school with the metal doors where you can put your stuff in. I literally took his hat. Like, he hit me on the shoulder, and I took his hat, smashed it into my knee, and then started ramming him into that door. And after that, they really just didn't bother, like, annoying me. They just let me alone. Which in a way was good, but in another way, I just got more isolated. I didn't talk to anyone. It was a hell. That year comes along, and like, I, I have, I got the possibility of following the hardest course on school, and I took it, but I wasn't studying. I just, by that time, I already felt depressed. Like, seriously, I was thinking about suicide. And I got over that, and that's why I can talk about it right now. I was thinking about it. There had been several times when I was actually like standing on the edge of the bridge, which was really close to the school. I'm just wondering. And the only real reason I never jumped was me being scared of what comes after, mostly. If I knew it was a better place, I would have jumped, honestly. But after the third year, they like, okay, your grades, you made it, you can actually go on, but we advise you strongly to not do it, right? So I moved schools to another school, a couple, like maybe 2 miles away. But if my house was here, the school was here, then that other school was like here, so it was like a triangle thingy. So it wasn't that far actually from me, a little further than my old school. And the bullying got better, but like it stopped. It stopped, and I started making friends, but still, I wasn't like okay. I joke around, but that was just to hide my insecurities mostly, and I don't know. People never saw me as a serious person, while the people like the most people don't know me as a serious person, but the people that actually know me know that I'm quite serious, and I'm just masking myself because I don't know how other people would react to me being serious. Um, I've never like really I've never really liked to share burdens, like my burdens, with anyone. I always try to help out my friends, but I never let them know about my problems in a way. I just took it up. And I guess then the whole thing with my dad came. Long story short, my dad cheated on my mom. It came out, much drama. My little brother traumatized, the woman turning crazy and trying to do stuff to the kid. And yeah, oh my god, I'm 50 minutes. I'm just explaining who I am. So 2 years has passed ever since, and in the meanwhile, I dated my best female friend from like way back in primary school. Um, we broke up for some stupid reason. If you want to know, I can probably save that because that would be a pretty funny story, I guess. No, it would be dramatic. I could, if I get my new computer, I could animate it, maybe make it some animation. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in that? Um, let's just fast forward 2 years, because those 2 years really nothing really happened except me turning around my life, starting to work out more. Past 8 months, I started doing YouTube. Like the day we hit 100 subscribers, that was the day the channel became 8 months. So I'm pretty proud of that. Not a lot of There are a lot of people that like struggle to get 100 within a year, and I'm just happy I got it, even though I'm not that known. Like I know, I don't get that much interaction. Like the people I do talk to a lot in the community react to it, but from others I just see like not really any response. And holy heck, we're over 60 minutes. So basically it made me into the person that I'm right now, and that's somebody who really cares about his friends because he knows what it feels like to be alone, and someone that would drop everything the moment that his friends had problems and just rush over. Meanwhile, just keeping all his problems to himself, and I'm not that happy. I'm basically a depressed little sad bitch, but if I'm around the right people, I just turn up. I never turn down. For what? Okay, I had to make that joke. I just get happy when I'm around certain people, which do not include my mom. I do not get along with my mom. No. But, like, what I said about the button, like, I feel ashamed. Like, my dad, tells me, you get X amount of money each week, but you have to come and ask me for, like, yeah. And I'd just be too ashamed to go ask it and just spend all the money I got from like vacation jobs, and then they'd be angry about me spending that money and not saving it up, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay. But I guess that's gonna be it. I hope to see y'all next time. Stay safe from the tentacles.